Hey everyone, it's Brandon, and this is Weird Tuning Wednesdays, an infrequent look at some weird guitar tunings. So last week I uploaded a cover of a song by the band Placebo featuring David Bowie in the form of Without You, I Am Nothing. And naturally, because we're here, let's talk about the weird guitar tuning that Placebo uses in their music. Now, where we live in a world where guitars and basses are tuned ever so lower to see how far we can actually tune them and push the limits of how far into the lower registers of music we can actually get into, Placebo is actually one of few bands that does the opposite, and they actually tune up on their guitars. So if we take good old E standard tuning, Placebo actually races this up a half step, so they're kind of in like an F standard tuning. Now the real kicker here is that Placebo does not use the high string as you would normally see in like standard tunings. Instead, they add a second string tuned to the same C4 note. So they have two strings on their top two strings, that is, tuned to C4. Naturally, Placebo guitarist and singer Brian Mulford chose this tuning because, of course, it suits his voice, and that's what you do when you're tuning your guitars relative to your singer's voice. But from what I've read online, why they ended up going with two C strings in this tuning instead of, say, the high F as you would coming up from E standard is simply because Placebo doesn't play a lot of crazy shreddy solos that require them to have that high F string, so they opted for the C string in order for some more kind of like beautifully dissonant sounds. And that's something of note just in general. If you do have guitar where you have two strings tuned to the same note, you can kind of tune them off of each other a little bit and kind of get like a chorus effect of sorts where they're not exactly in tune with each other. And I think a lot of Placebo's early music showcases this beautifully. This is also to say that for the purpose of being cohesive musically, that Placebo tunes up the bass guitar in a lot of their songs as well from E standard to F standard. And then in plenty of Placebo's songs as well, they also play a dropped variation of this tuning where they just take the low F string and then tune it down to D sharp as you normally would see in a drop tuning. I feel like I've been on a roll lately with these weird guitar tuning videos, so if you know of any more weird guitar tunings, I'd love to know if you'd comment below.